to the FAC segment. I am your Miss Physics. Let us discuss average speed and velocity. What is speed? It is total distance by total time. How can we write total distance? It is d1 plus d2 up to dn, and total time as t1 plus t2 up to tn. We are going to solve these kind of questions using shortcuts. What are the shortcuts? It is distance division and time division. Distance division is that when time is unknown. Time division is that when distance is unknown. For example, consider a car which travels from A to B. From A to O, it travels through d1 meter with a speed of v1 meter per second. And from O to B, it travels through d2 meters with a speed of v2 meter per second. Here what is not mentioned? Time. So it is a distance division. Let us consider the same kind of example for time division. A car travels from A to B. A to O, it travels within t seconds with a speed of v1 meter per second, and from O to B it travels with t dash seconds with a speed of v2 meter per second. Here time is divided and distance is not given. It is time division. So to solve it quickly, let us discuss them in detail. What is distance division? To apply distance division, we are classifying them into equal and unequal, whether distance is equally divided or unequally divided. For example, the same car travels A to O, which is 100 meters, and O to B, which is also 100 meter. From A to O, it travels with a speed of 40 meter per second, and from O to B, it traveled with a speed of 60 meter per second. As distance is equal in two cases, from A to O and O to B, it is equal distance division. And in second case, from A to O, it is 100 meters, and O to B, it is 200 meters. Whereas A to O, it travels with a speed of 40 meter per second, and from O to B, it travels with a speed of 60 meter per second. As distance is not equal from A to O and O to B, it is unequal distance division. As time is unknown in this case, we are going to substitute for time. We know that speed is distance by time. As we have two cases, let us find V1 and V2. V1 is d1 by t1 and V2 is d2 by t2. We may write t1 as d1 by v1 and t2 as d2 by v2. Average speed is equal to d1 plus d2 by t1 plus t2. We are going to replace t1, t2 as d1 by v1 and d2 by v2. Average speed becomes d1 plus d2 by d1 by v1 plus d2 by v2. In case of equal d division, we may substitute d1 and d2 as d. Substituting d1 and d2 as d, average speed is d plus d by v1 plus d by v2, which is equal to 2d by, we can take d outside from the denominator, d into 1 by v1 plus 1 by v2. We can cancel d. Equally divided for two cases, average speed is 2 by 1 by v1 plus 1 by v2. Similarly, for n division, average speed is equal to n by 1 by v1 plus 1 by v2 up to 1 by vn. This is nothing but harmonic mean. So, for equal distance division, we can just apply harmonic mean. For unequal division, average speed is equal to d1 plus d2 up to dn upon d1 by v1 plus d2 by v2 up to dn by vn. Then time division. Time also can be divided as equal and unequal division. For equal division, let us consider from A to O 2 minutes, and from O to B is also 2 minutes. From A to O, it travels with a speed of 40 meter per second, and from O to B 60 meter per second. Whereas time interval between A to O and O to B remains same, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. So it is equal time division. For unequal time division, A to O 2 minutes and O to B 4 minutes. A to O, it travels with a speed of 40 meter per second. O to B, it travels with a speed of 60 meter per second. Whereas time is not equal in this two case. So it becomes unequal time division. We may write V1 as d1 by t1 and V2 as d2 by t2. As distance is unknown, we are going to substitute for them. d1 is equal to v1 t1 and d2 is equal to v2 t2. Average speed is equal to d1 plus d2 divided by t1 plus t2. Substituting for d1 and d2, d1 is v1 t1 plus v2 t2 divided by t1 plus t2. For equal time division, we may write t1 is equal to t2 is equal to t, v average is equal to v1 into t plus v2 into t by t plus t. As t is common, we can take them out and cancel. We get v1 plus v2 by 2. As equally divided, for two cases, v average is v1 plus v2 by 2. For n equal time division, v average is nothing but v1 plus v2 up to vn divided by n. This is nothing but arithmetic mean. For equal d division, harmonic mean. For equal t division, arithmetic mean. For unequal time division, v average is v1 t1 plus v2 t2 up to vn tn by t1 up to tn. So d division, equal d division is harmonic mean, which is v average is equal to n by 1 by v1 plus 1 by v2 up to 1 by vn, or we may also write it as 1 by v1 plus 1 by v2 up to 1 by vn is equal to n by v average. For unequal d division, it is d1 plus d2 up to dn divided by d1 by v1 plus d2 by v2 up to dn vn. For equal or unequal time division, v average is v1 plus v2 plus up to vn divided by n. This is nothing but arithmetic mean. So here harmonic mean and here it is arithmetic mean. And for unequal time division, v average is v1 t1 plus v2 t2 up to vn tn divided by t1 plus t2 up to tn. So this is about average speed or velocity. We can easily remember them as a shortcut.